Hey, welcome back. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to create multiple streams of passive income. All right, I got 3 crazy points I want to talk to you today. I want to talk to you about what the average millionaire is doing. 2, I want to talk to you about how to create a stream of income in a niche that no one's doing. And then 3, how to turn a house flipping company into a stream of passive income. All right, I talked about a millionaire and their streams of income. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income. These 7 streams don't have to be in different businesses. One doesn't have to be in oil, one doesn't have to be in houses. It could all be in the same kind of general facility like real estate. So just because you hear about 7 streams of income doesn't mean that you have to be an expert in 7 different types of avenues. It could all be in the same avenue, but those streams can be several different ways. Let me give you an example. One stream for me is land. Land pays me a passive income, and I'm kind of letting the cat out of the box a little bit. This is going to be my second point, like the stream that no one else is doing. But another one for me is Airbnbs. Like my Airbnbs bring me a stream of income every single month, a passive stream of income. Number 3, my house flipping company. My team buys houses and goes out and renovates them, puts them back on the market and sells them for retail value. Another thing is we wholesale houses. Another thing is you're probably getting the picture. And eventually we hit 7 streams of income. So I'm definitely known as the land man. So that is my first and my absolute most passionate stream of income. And why land? What in the world is so attractive about land? How do we do land? Most people aren't even looking at land, so that makes there's virtually no competition. I have 5 reasons why I love land so much as a stream of income. 1, it's given me financial freedom that I never would have dreamed of. 2, I have geography freedom. I don't have to be tied down to anywhere in the world. I can do this from over the phone from Hawaii or the Philippines or Florida. Doesn't matter where I'm at. The third reason why I love land so much is time freedom. It gives me time freedom because every time me or my team does a land deal, we're paid for the next 5, 10, 15 years, sometimes 30 years for this one parcel of land that we did. So that gives us time freedom. And how in the world would that give me time freedom? Well, let's just say that me and my entire team wants to take a month vacation. We know that when we come back next month, that we're going to have the same amount of income coming in from these land deals we've already done. 4, it's super easy. I mean, there's virtually nothing hard about this because it's land. There's no moving parts. There's no roofs to fix. There's no foundations to repair. There's no plumbing. None of that stuff. Like I said, this is an avenue no one else is doing, mostly because it's at number 5, the 5th reason why I love land, because there's no competition. So it's kind of like a great blue ocean. The sharks haven't bloodied up the waters yet. So let me talk to you a little bit about how you too can set up a stream of income. This would be one of your multiple streams of income with land. So we're gonna buy land at a massive discount. You're like, okay, well, how do I find this land? I generally like to pick a playground, pick an area. This is the area you're already in. Farm the land you already own, basically. So I generally like to pick an area with a 2-hour radius because you might be in the city. I generally like to be just outside of the city. We call it like the teeter-totter method. You're just teeter-tottering on the outside of where the growth is happening. These are the areas where there's still vacant land. There's still opportunity. There's still people willing to give you a massive discount because the growth has not touched their area yet. So you're picking that playground, number 1. Number 2, you have to talk to people. You have to figure out who to talk to. I prefer to talk to the people that are the most motivated, the people that are most willing to talk to me. And that's generally the people are behind on their taxes or they live out of state. How in the world do you find a list of people that are behind on their taxes and their land and live out of state? Well, you're going to start with the county treasurer's office. You're going to call them and you're going to say, hey, who in the world keeps track of all the people not paying taxes on their property? And they're going to send you this massive list, and you're going to have to figure out how to sort through this list and figure out what the land is. But if you're looking for kind of an easy button, I recommend just going to priced.com/thelandsharks. That's prycd.com/thelandsharks. Your first 7 days are free. They give you a free trial, and then they give you your first 400 records that you can literally be mailing 2 nights with these first 400 records. So that's kind of the easy button. Maybe you don't want to spend any money. Maybe you want to go directly to the county. That's fine too, because that's exactly how I started doing this. So we talked about your playground. We talked about the list of people. Number 3, you have to communicate with these people. You have to send them a postcard or a letter saying, hey, my name's Brent Bowers. I'd like to buy your land. I handle everything. If you're interested in a fair price, call me. And then you have to buy the land. And then find someone that's willing to buy this land. You just now purchased a piece of land at 20, 30 cents on the dollar. How hard would it be to find someone that wants to, still get a discount, maybe purchase that land at 85, 90 cents on the dollar, and they make a small down payment for you for that land where you can hopefully get the money that you paid for this land back out of it. So now your risk is out of the parcel of land and you've got an asset free and clear, and they're gonna pay you $300, $400, $500 a month for the next 36 months. This is a stream of income. This is how you get to multiple streams of income. This is how you hit millionaire status. It starts with 1, then it goes to 2 and 3 and 7 streams. You can have literally 7 parcels of land. That could be 7 streams of income. 7 different parcels of land. It doesn't have to be from different sources of income. Streams of income. So let's spread the wealth today. Everyone's looking for ways to earn additional money. You might have that school teacher that wants an additional stream of income. You might be in college that you need an additional stream of income. Spread the wealth, share the wealth. Click the share button and share this on your Instagram, share it on your Facebook, share it on LinkedIn, because there are people out there looking for ways to earn additional streams of income just to kind of help the ends meet. Like, we've got to meet ends. We went through so much crazy stuff in our economy lately. Please share the wealth. So here's my final point. I want to talk to you about how to turn a house flipping company into passive income as well. It didn't start with passive income. It took a lot of boots on the ground, mostly my boots. It took a lot of bootstrapping. It took a lot of me and my wife sitting up at like midnight, mailing letters and talking to sellers and going and looking at the house. And this is before I was kind of doing much land, but it wasn't so passive for me in the beginning. I knew I needed help because, I had a brand new baby and I was also an Army officer. So I was working like around the clock. So I was really forced to build this business into like more of a passive business. But let me tell you what was like that immediate force is because I was told I needed to go out to the field for 2 months. And we were training to deploy again. So I knew that if I did not replace myself, no one else would be doing it. So what did I do? I went on Upwork.com and I found someone to help me with these letters, to get this mail out every single week. And then I had to find someone to actually talk to these people and return these phone calls and meet these sellers. And then I found Jen. And I'll tell you, when you have a challenge, there's so many ways around it. And my challenge was, how in the world can I get all this done? I had to build a team. You show me a business owner without a team, I'll show you a business owner that's depressed, their business is not doing much. I'm just gonna show you a business owner that doesn't have a team owns a job that they paid for. So I have an amazing team and we've turned this into a passive income producing cash cow. We now have our mail going out every single week, whether I'm here, there, or traveling, it doesn't matter. The phones are getting answered, the appointments are getting went to, and the houses are getting bought, and the renovations are getting done, and they're getting listed on the MLS with an amazing realtor that stages the houses and does great photography. Well, we hire a photographer. So all these things are passive because other people are doing it, and other people are managing it, and the team is making sure it's all getting done. And I was just a person that was able to come up with the idea and put the processes in place. That is too how you can create a stream of income from a house flipping company. Most people hear a house flipping company, and most house flipping companies, the owners will never tell you that it's passive because they have set it up to where they're a cog in the wheel. They're the bottleneck. I am not the bottleneck of my company. It happens whether I want it to or not. And that's how it's a passive stream of income for me. And maybe you don't want to have a house flipping company. Maybe you want to do buy and hold rentals, or you're fascinated with Airbnb and owning a house on the mountain, a house on the lake, a house on the beach. These two can be passive. You're just not flipping the property. You're holding it forever and building wealth with it, also while you're generating a stream of passive income. I too do this. We have an amazing house on Lake Placid. It's completely passive. The property, we purchased it turnkey. It was already renovated, and we just started posting it on Airbnb and these places, and it's managed professionally. It's cleaned professionally, and the money comes in the account every single month. And that too is a passive stream of income. So you might not be into flipping houses, you might be in the Airbnbs or buy and hold rentals. You provide, turnkey rentals for families that they're gonna pay you for the next 18 months or 24 months. I personally love owning rentals outside of military bases because you're gonna have a renter for usually about 3 years that's got guaranteed income from the military or the government, and they're gonna pay this rent. So there's so many ways to earn streams of income. I love 7 streams because that's what the average millionaire does, but these are multiple streams of income passively coming into your account every month. So if you're interested in earning a stream of income through an avenue that no one else is doing and there's virtually no competition, head over to thelandsharks.com and I personally would help you, coach you, and hold your hand through the entire process.